Hello everyone, I'm Pinky Amador and I am your lecturer for this course. Welcome to the Basic Acting and Performance course. I look forward to collaborating with you and helping you navigate towards a deeper understanding of yourself, towards others, and maybe even life in general. Because what is acting really all about? It's about knowing oneself. And what is it that we are acting and performing? Stories. Stories about the human condition. So, in effect, we become storytellers. For thousands of years, humanity has been fascinated with the power of storytelling. It expresses who we are, what our dreams and fears may be, and it gives the world an insight into our situation or even see life through a character's eyes. By doing that, by successfully sharing our stories with each other, we begin to open up our worldview, to understand each other more, and most importantly, create empathy towards each other. And that for me is why acting and performance is so important because it makes the storytelling come alive and it makes the story more compelling. A story well told can give you insights that you didn't have before. It can make you see things from another point of view, and ultimately, it can even make you change the way you do or act differently. Such is the power of art, or in this case, theater or performance arts. What is it that I want us to achieve? First of all, I want to encourage you all to believe in and to create a space of trust with each other. It is only in this kind of environment that we can grow together, create, and collaborate. So, during our exercises, I encourage you all to take an honest account of yourselves, of your strengths and weaknesses, and these could change on a daily basis. And together we can try to discover how to turn these particular characteristics to your advantage. What is important is that you are aware of where you are, accept it, and try to find a creative solution towards your goals. Remember, there are no wrong or right answers, only creations that come from a place of truth within yourselves and the story that you wish to tell. But before we get deeper into that, I'd like to say a little something about myself. I am a film, TV, and stage actress, singer, host, director, producer, educator, and mentor for the last 38 years. I devised the Bachelor of Arts major in theater arts course at the Meridian International School, and I was their department head for 4 years. To give you a closer look into my origin story, watch this video from my masterclass. My first exposure to theater and performances was at 5 years old. I started going to the theater when I was 5. And that was because my aunt had set up an English language theater company, and us, as her family, we were all obliged to watch all the plays. I would sit there in the theater not even understanding what the plays were about. And I never even really thought that I wanted to become an actor, but I always knew that at some point I could get up and do what they were doing. Maybe because I was always watching performers play. And for me, this playing on stage seemed something that was entirely natural. During my breaks in high school, I would work for the theater. I would be front of house staff. I would be tearing tickets and asking people to enjoy the show. My first job was backstage as a crew. I was a caretaker of a cat. That was my first job because they knew that I liked cats. After being caretaker of a cat, my second job was as a stage crew. There was a play where they needed the crew to be the extra actors on set. So I, along with many other actors, were stage crew, pushing and pulling sets, and were actors on stage. I think I played about 6 roles and I had about 20 lines.
The first of which was butter. I want butter. So after that play, they needed an actress. They needed a 19-year-old actress to play a lead role. So they cast me as Libby Tucker in the lead role of this play, I Ought to Be in Pictures. In 4 years with Repertory Philippines, I appeared in 40 plays and musicals. I was basically living, eating, breathing theater. In those 4 years, I started branching out into commercial modeling, into hosting for TV, and in doing television dramas. But towards the end of that, I always felt that I wanted to learn more. So at the time, I had a choice of either going to the UK, which I had passed to go to the Bristol Old Vic Theatre School, or to the US and train with Eric Moore's studio. I chose to go to the UK because it would have been a bigger learning curve for me. I feel that the Philippines is very similar to America in terms of entertainment, in terms of politics, in terms of our social life. I wanted to be immersed in something that was almost unknown and totally different. So I auditioned for the Bristol Old Vic Theatre School. After my first year at Bristol Old Vic, I thought that I wanted to try and have some work experience in the UK. So they extended my grant twice for 2 terms until I got an audition for Miss Saigon. So I did Miss Saigon for 2.5 years, and then I started working in the UK and eventually moved back to the Philippines.